In the quiet suburbs of New Orleans, where the air hums with the sound of cicadas and the earth has been disturbed by nothing more mysterious than the planting of garden flowers, a discovery was made that would baffle historians, archaeologists, and investigators alike. A hidden mystery buried not in the pages of ancient history, but beneath a backyard in modern America. It began one ordinary morning in early 2025, when a homeowner named Daniela Santoro was tending her flower beds, pulling up weeds and arranging soil, when her trowel hit something solid. At first she thought it was a piece of old construction debris, maybe a bit of concrete from the 1920s foundation of the house. But as she cleared away the dirt, strange carvings began to appear, curved letters etched deep into stone, worn but unmistakably deliberate. She brushed the soil aside and froze. The inscription was in Latin. Over the next few hours, she and her husband managed to unearth the slab completely, revealing a headstone-like block of marble, roughly 2 feet tall, heavy, and clearly ancient. Across the top, the letters Sextus Congenius Verus were chiseled in bold strokes, the unmistakable abbreviation for a Roman name, Sextus Congenius Verus. The couple posted a photo online, thinking it might be an old European-style monument someone used as decoration decades ago. Within a day, the post caught the attention of a local historian, who immediately contacted the Louisiana Archaeological Society. Within hours, experts arrived, and what they discovered was nothing short of astonishing. The gravestone was identified as a 1900-year-old Roman artifact, dating back to the 2nd century AD, nearly 1800 years before New Orleans was even founded. The inscription matched one recorded in the archives of the National Archaeological Museum of Civitavecchia, Italy, a museum that during World War II suffered multiple bombings and subsequent looting. Among the stolen items was a funerary stele belonging to a Thracian-born Roman soldier named Sextus Congenius Verus, who served under Emperor Hadrian. Somehow that very artifact had found its way across oceans and into a suburban backyard. But how? Archaeologists and FBI investigators began tracing its mysterious journey. Records revealed that after World War II, thousands of looted artifacts disappeared into private collections across Europe and the United States. Some were smuggled through military channels, hidden in cargo shipments, and sold through black market art dealers. But there were no shipping records, no customs documentation, nothing that connected this stone to any transaction. For decades, it had simply vanished. Experts analyzing the patina and soil residues found traces of limestone dust native to central Italy, confirming its Mediterranean origin. Even the tool marks were consistent with Roman chiseling techniques, the same kind used in funerary inscriptions over 18 centuries ago. But as the investigation deepened, more unexplained phenomena began to emerge. A metallurgical scan revealed faint metallic inclusions in the marble, an anomaly, since Roman tombstones were typically pure stone. These microscopic traces suggested the gravestone had once been exposed to intense electromagnetic radiation, something impossible for its time. When the slab was first removed from the backyard and brought to a lab for examination, equipment in the room began to malfunction. Electronic sensors flickered, and magnetic compasses deviated by several degrees. The scientists dismissed it as coincidence, but whispers spread among the researchers that the artifact was somehow charged, as if it had absorbed energy from centuries of exposure to unknown forces. The story caught the attention of the media, and soon headlines across the world declared, "Ancient Roman gravestone found in American backyard, a 1,900-year-old mystery." Conspiracy theorists speculated wildly. Was it evidence of secret wartime artifact trafficking, or something more otherworldly? Some even suggested the gravestone had not been transported at all, but had somehow appeared, displaced in time, through an unknown mechanism. Though dismissed by scientists, the theory gained traction online as images of the perfectly preserved Latin inscriptions circulated. In one section, faint carvings appeared beneath the main text, a set of symbols that did not correspond to Latin or Greek. When enhanced digitally, they resembled star charts, a pattern matching the position of constellations as they appeared around 120 AD. How could an ancient soldier's gravestone also depict the night sky with such accuracy? And why would those markings only appear under certain light frequencies? A mystery uncovered, yet deepened at every turn. Italian archaeologists confirmed that the original museum entry for Sextus Congenius Verus mentioned nothing about such symbols. Could the markings have been added later? Or were they always there, unnoticed beneath centuries of grime? The Gravestone S journey became even stranger when FBI art crime agents discovered that the house where it was found once belonged to a retired military contractor who served in Italy during the 1940s. According to surviving relatives, he returned home after the war with souvenirs he never showed anyone, stored away in wooden crates that later vanished after his death. But there was one chilling detail. Neighbors claimed that for years, his garden lights would flicker on without power, and strange humming sounds could be heard at night near the flower beds where the stone was eventually discovered. The official explanation was simple electrical interference, but locals weren't convinced. Some now wonder if the artifact itself caused those disturbances, or if it was reacting to something buried deeper beneath it. As excavation teams continued to examine the area, ground-penetrating radar detected a second anomaly beneath the same plot of land. A perfectly rectangular cavity about 6 feet below ground, filled with denser material. When attempts were made to dig deeper, the soil shifted unnaturally, collapsing inward as if the earth itself resisted exposure. Work halted immediately. No one knows what lies beneath that spot even now. Meanwhile, in Italy, the museum curators, who once listed the artifact among their lost treasures, expressed shock. "It is not possible," one curator said in an interview. "This stone was shattered. We recorded it as destroyed." Yet when they compared old photographs from before the bombing, the fracture lines matched perfectly, every chip, every groove identical. Somehow a gravestone destroyed in 1944 was found intact in 2025, thousands of miles away. Was it stolen and repaired, replicated by a collector? Or did something impossible occur? Even under forensic examination, no modern restoration materials were found. Every grain of marble was original, every engraving ancient. Now stored under high security, the artifact continues to confound scientists. When subjected to infrared imaging, faint heat signatures pulse through its surface, rhythmic, almost like a heartbeat. Geologists claim it's merely trapped thermal energy, but others aren't so sure. The Latin epitaph, once translated, reads, "Here lies Sextus Congenius Verus, servant of Rome, whose spirit walks beyond the stars." The last phrase, "beyond the stars," has no precedent in other Roman tombs, where inscriptions typically invoke gods or family lineage. This poetic anomaly only adds to the speculation that the artifact carries a significance far greater than a simple gravestone. Since the discovery, the Santoro family's backyard has been fenced off, and government vehicles often park discreetly nearby. Locals say men in plain clothes visit the site at night, taking soil samples under floodlights, whispering to each other in languages no one recognizes. Whether these are archaeologists, intelligence agents, or something else entirely, no one knows. But the family has since moved out, citing uncomfortable disturbances. Daniela told reporters she began hearing low voices near the site at night, voices that spoke in a language she couldn't understand. One night, she woke to find faint Latin letters glowing on the remaining soil where the stone had been removed, fading as dawn approached. Skeptics dismiss these accounts as hysteria, yet the case file remains open under both cultural and criminal investigation. The FBI confirmed it is working with Italian authorities to repatriate the artifact, but transport has been delayed due to technical and environmental concerns. What kind of environmental concerns could surround a stone? None that anyone has explained publicly. Some whisper it's emitting radiation, others say it's just bureaucracy. But those who've stood near it describe an overwhelming sensation, a pressure in the air, a vibration that hums in the chest. Whether coincidence or cosmic message, the unexplained phenomena surrounding the Roman gravestone continue to grow. Was it merely a relic of war smuggling, a forgotten artifact hidden by chance? Or was it drawn to this place, resurfacing as a reminder that history is not a straight line, but a looping thread, connecting the living and the dead across time? Every answer seems to open another question. And perhaps that's the true essence of the mystery. Not the artifact itself, but the eerie realization that the past can find its way back into the present in ways we are not meant to understand. As scientists, historians, and believers continue to argue, the gravestone now sits under guarded glass. Silent, ancient, and still faintly warm to the touch. A mystery uncovered, yet not explained. A reminder that even in the most ordinary corners of our world beneath the flowers in a backyard lie the hidden mysteries of time itself.